You don't have to buy a thing for art journaling. In this video, I'm sharing one page that I created using things that were just kicking around my house. This is a seed catalog, and there are tons of herbs in here I've never heard of, so I'm going to get to know them in my journal. This is a mailer from the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. It's got this great color combo. I'm going to go with it. This is a mailer from our provincial TV station, TV Ontario. I'm just tracing a circle on here. I'm going to cut that out and then also cut out a flower from this background pattern. I think that's going to work really nicely on my page. This is some tissue paper from something I ordered. This is really pretty stuff. I'm probably going to use this a lot. I'm just ripping out some completely random shapes from the tissue. I like using this as kind of a backdrop for my layouts on my journal pages. Again, this is just an example of where you can find materials completely for free, and they actually look really nice. If you're noticing a theme, that's because I kept some old mail and stuff that had the color purple in it, so that's what I'm using for my theme. This is a Canadian Tire flyer. I'm just cutting out the word spring. I think that'll look nice on my page, and things are really kind of coming together here. I'm going to rip out a book page from this book that I use for random things. That will also give me a little bit of texture in my background. I just spent a few minutes just kind of playing with the shapes on my page. I decided to use a piece of yellow envelope for cutting out a little shape and then just writing something about the herb that I'm exploring on this page. I know some people have beautiful handwriting and use lovely fonts in their journals. Please know that your handwriting is good enough. It's your journal. I'm going to start gluing things down. I'm using a glue stick from the Japanese brand Yamato. If you can get your hands on one of these, it's really lovely glue to work with. I knew that I wanted my book page kind of in the background, and these pieces of purple tissue I'm just using to flank the page a little bit. I'm putting my picture of the blue stocking bergamot in the middle of the page so that I know that I want to leave that space kind of available for that picture to be the center focal point of the page. I'm just going to keep going with gluing things down, kind of remembering the placement exercise that I did a few minutes ago. I really like doing composed, kind of intentional looking pages in my journals. So I think that taking that few seconds before I start gluing things down really helps me to create that kind of page. But don't get me wrong, there is really something freeing and beautiful about just sitting down with whatever you've got and throwing it on the page with your glue stick. Those pages come out looking really beautiful too. But in this case, I wanted to do something that was a little bit more structured. And if that's the look you're going for, it really pays off to just take a few seconds and place things on your page before you start gluing them down. I'm down to the last few little pieces of cutouts that I made, and I'm just using those to fill in some of the spaces that are a little bit more open on my page. I'm just using a regular pen here to make some petals on this flower shape that I cut out a few minutes ago. This is a really good example of an easy thing you can do to just bring some interest to your page, and you don't have to be a good illustrator for this kind of thing. I happen to have a couple of purple pens in my pen stash, but you really don't need colored pens. If you've got a black pen or a blue pen, you can totally use just that for doing a bit of mark making on your pages. I like doing this towards the end. I think it gives my pages a little bit more texture, and I'm just sort of replicating the shape of the flowers in the herb that I'm writing about on this page. And that's it. In real time, I did this page in about 5 minutes. I hope you felt inspired to just pick up whatever you've got around your home and sit down and make some beautiful art. Most of all, I hope you feel inspired to journal your world.